not have you guys just hanging around and then I don't show up. So when I had the jaw surgery back in a couple months ago, this absolute scumbag, Primal Edge Health, used that as an opportunity to kind of take my live streaming spots. So, I usually live stream Tuesday, Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern. And
this absolute douchebag, he dared. When you got your jaw surgery, I took your spot. Damn, dude, you should probably call the police, man. There's like this douchebag, Primal Edge Health, stole your live streaming spot. Because I mean that's just fucking amazing. Hey, Frank, I've got a weird memory, and maybe you can help to fill in the blanks of my memory, Flanky boy. Do you remember like 2 or 3 years ago when nobody knew who you were, when you had like under 1,000 subs on your channel, and you were DMing me and commenting with your alt profiles and saying have Frank Tufano on your show, and I invited you on, and you'd never done any streams before, ever. It was the first stream you'd ever been on. You'd never done any streams before that. You'd never done a live stream yourself, but you were on my live stream, and then I actually showed you how to do live streaming there, right? You asked about it. I told you I use OBS. Do you also remember, Frankie boy? I know you got a really good memory, and I might have some holes in my memory.
I'm not having any difficulty. Again, I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you.
So do you remember, I guess if I invited you on that live stream and you had never streamed up to that point, and then I kind of showed you how to do live streaming and told you the program that I use, and then you started doing live streams and kind of trying to do a similar, basically taking the same format as me. Do you remember that? Because maybe I'm remembering it incorrectly. Frank, I think your timeline's a little bit mixed up there, buddy. I think your timeline's a little bit mixed up. And again, we don't have audience overlap, dude. I don't know why you're so...
You are being gaslighted, then speak out.
The gaslighters! Anyways, dude, you don't own live stream slots. There's no such thing as your slot. We don't have audience overlap. My audience thinks you're weird. Your audience, I don't know what they think. I don't even know what your audience is. Like, I have no idea what it is. What I do know is your audience, they're not your friends. That is what I do know, dude. These people in your audience that are feeding your delusions and that are telling you that, yeah, you're on the right track, Frank, keep attacking these people. These are not your friends, and these are people who are just there to watch you burn. They're just there to watch you burn. And you've let all these people in, and you're seething. You're seething with all this jealousy and hatred, just like you were 2 years ago when we first talked, but it's gotten worse and worse, dude. It's gotten worse and worse. I don't know if I can watch your 14-minute thing, but I'm going to try to watch at least like 5 minutes of it. So anyways, we're like a minute in, and so far you've only told us why you're a victim. You have a headache, and I stole your live stream slot or something. Let's continue.
Today around 2 or 3 p.m. Eastern time. So he basically started streaming at those times. And the reason I'm bringing that up is because these types of people are complete dirtbags. That is just the tip of the iceberg.
What type of people, Frank? Trans people? Huh? What type of people, Frank? Trans vegans? I'm pretty sure this is definitely, so far I'm feeling some transphobic undertones. I'm seeing a lot of toxic masculinity. But let's just let it roll. Let's see what's up. These kinds of people, these types of people. Do you mean Ecuadorians? South Americans? Farmers? What do you mean, Frank? What do you mean? Trans boomers? I'm not a trans boomer, but I'm friends with one. Do you hate him too because he's trans? What do you mean these types of peoples?
And I don't really care about most of these shills unless they, directly harass me or compromise my vision.
He doesn't care about most of these. He doesn't care about these shills. He doesn't care about these shills at all, for sure. He doesn't care about these shills. He just talks about them for half of his content. Yeah. Okay.
People's health.
Because he cares about your health. That's why. Sorry.
Like people like Frat Boy that just plagiarize my information.
Frat boys? Frat boy.
You have Primal Edge Health, who is just harassing me by trying to live stream at the same time.
He harasses me by doing live streams. Dude, I do like 5 live streams a week. I've done I think 3 weeks ago, I was like 6 live streams in 1 week. I don't care when you live stream, dude. I don't care. Unless you're going to live stream with my name and your title, then I might have to watch it. So thanks for this one, Frankie boy.
I don't know if it's because of the title or something, and they're censoring it. I don't know. So I'll just sum it up.
All right. So another thing is like, dude, he seems super bummed out. It's sad to see somebody who's obviously he's not feeling well physically. Seems like he's in a really bad place. I mean, look at the title of this video. Right, look at the videos he's been making. The dude's not well, obviously, emotionally. He's obsessed with this fame thing. He's obsessed with getting credit that he doesn't deserve. He's obsessed with just jealousy and envy. It sucks. Like, I'm not here to beat up on Frank. You've been making some insane claims about me, dude, but you know what? Like, Frank, if you ever want to reach out, if you ever want to actually talk, if you ever want to, and I've told you this before. Remember when I told you this via Skype several times? Right, before you started attacking me publicly, and I told you this several times, if you ever want to talk, dude, we can talk. Right, if you need somebody to talk to, I actually will gladly have a conversation with you, man. I'll hear you out. I think I could offer you some perspective. You're not going to want to hear what I got to say, just like the last conversation we had, but I won't sugarcoat it, man, and you know that. You know I'll tell you the truth, which is why you've been so pissed. You got this narcissistic wound for the last couple of years, and it's festering, right? It's festering, dude. Freaking move on with your life, Frank. All this Paul Saladino psychosis, move on with your life. Fix your relationship with your dad. Stop being such a pathetic, jealous little bitch. That's what you have to do. You have to stop being a little bitch. That's all you have to do, Frank. If you just admit to yourself that you're being a little bitch, that's the first step. Oh, I'm being a little bitch. I don't have to be a little bitch, though. That's step 1. Realize you're being a little bitch. Do you want to be a little bitch? Yes or no, right? Then once you can answer that question, you can decide which route to take. That's really what it comes down to, dude. Nobody owes you anything, Frank. The world doesn't owe you shit. And the world is never going to worship you. The world is not going to worship you. Right? You got to get yourself right, dude. This is the thing. We'll get into that a little bit later, but yeah, this whole wanting the world to just bow down and worship your false image of what you put out, of what you want them to think you are. This is madness, dude, and you're making yourself mentally ill with all your YouTube obsession. This fame obsession is making you physically and mentally ill, and you don't have to do this. You don't have to choose this, and you don't have to lash out and project it on all these other people either. Right, you could turn this around really quickly, but it's up to you, dude.
And then you guys can watch it back.
Do we even have to watch the rest of this? Or?
So, Primal Edge Health, I mean, should probably be spending time with his family. At least I would assume that's what you do on a weekday night. And there's a couple obvious.
So that's cool, Frank. That you know what I should be doing, because I am here, spending time with my wife. My children are asleep. And here I am streaming, still working. Here I am, Frank. So yeah. And I'm glad you know what people should be doing with their lives, right? You know what you should probably be doing? Repenting. What you should probably be doing is apologizing to a whole bunch of people, including your family, who you've also treated like shit publicly.
Ways to tell if someone is a Mason. And I haven't really called out a lot of the other carnivores for
Mason. I'll be right back.
Being shills as much as the ones in particular that have harassed me, mainly one. And I also haven't really, I'm not just going out against everyone, only in specific circumstances. So the main ways you could tell he is shilling is he's not going to acknowledge the New World Order agenda. He's not going to talk about the
Wait, isn't this the same shit that we watched that Michelle Lova? Is it the same thing? Dude, this is a rerun, Frank. We've seen this one. It's boring. It's boring.
Structure, the 5G towers. He might talk about the more woo-woo stuff like the chips and injections, but I'd even doubt that. Under no circumstance with Primal Edge Health tell the truth about the virus or what it actually is and all the pandemic nonsense because
Okay. So it's all the same stuff. You won't tell the truth.
It's the large. If you bring up Freemasonry to a Mason, they will not say a word. They can lie and say they're not a part of it.
Okay, here we go. So
I kind of control the world, but it's the largest one to my knowledge. And ours, he might talk about the more woo-woo stuff like the chips and injections.
This is on 1.5 speed. So low energy, tired, depressed, psychotic Frank. At 1.5 speed, you almost sound like a normal person at 1.5.
But I'd even doubt that. Under no circumstance will Primal Edge Health tell the truth about the. It precedes them, trying to. They can't talk about it. They cannot talk about it. So for those of you that don't know what Freemasonry is, it's one of many secret societies that kind of control the world, but it's the largest one to my knowledge, and it just has a bunch of members, literally millions of people that are serving.
Again, so this whole insane. Projection on he's a Freemason. Primal Edge Health is a Freemason shill. First of all, I'm Eastern Orthodox, and we're super critical of Freemasonry. In fact, I think Freemasonry is one of the most wicked and evil organizations in the world. And I can actually tell you, unlike you, Frank, you don't actually. I actually know a lot more about Freemasonry than you do. I can actually tell you why I disagree with the Luciferian ideology that is Freemasonry. Right? At its very core, it is a Luciferian ideology. We reject Freemasonry. Everything about Freemasonry is fake and gay. And I categorically denounce Freemasonry and always have been against Freemasonry since I learned about it really in depth, actually like 12 years ago, like 2008, when I actually really learned about Freemasonry. That was a crazy time, 2008 to 2010. So anyways, yeah, categorically denounce Freemasonry, all these dumb groups, all these Gnostic, heretical, freaking disgusting groups like Freemasonry. So I don't know why I have to say that, but yeah, I know in your delusional world you think you could just say everyone's a Freemason, everyone's a shill, but again, this shows you how dangerous social media is to somebody's psyche. Right, this dude just gets fucked with by his audience. That's what this is. This is basically this guy has a toxic audience that is there poking and prodding him and manipulating him into this stuff. It might just be a few people that are having some fun with it, but it's really sick. It's really sick, and you guys should actually stop. You should stop messing with this dude because it's harming him. This guy can't handle this. Anyways, listen a little bit more.
The global elite. And when these people join Freemasonry, they swear a death oath. And if you bring up Freemasonry to a Mason, they will not say a word. They can lie and say they're not part of it, but it's a secret society for a reason. There's a reason it's called secret. So you guys can just look up Wikipedia penalty Mormonism. Original oaths for Freemasonry.
He goes to Wikipedia. Look at the Wikipedia oaths.
Its roots video actually that I should have posted.
So he's gonna talk about Freemasonry, which.
He's sitting in Ecuador in his house, just padding his bank account, making money for him.
Here we go.
Satan, the God of this world, be not deceived. So this guy doesn't have that many videos, so it should be pretty easy to find it.
And he's going to reference a YouTube video. Here you go. Become the one that can see the YouTube video is what he's looking for.
Maybe they even
okay.
Maybe they even took it down.
This is some deep scholarship, guys. This is some deep history and scholarship right here. Homeboy looked up Freemasons on YouTube.
Film.
Again, Frank, come on. If you have an issue, come on and talk. Come on and chat. Come and talk to us and tell us if you have a problem. And anybody else in the chat, if you guys have a problem, Danny B, some of these other people, I see some of you triggered. There's a link right down below. You can call in. Frank Tufano, you're more than welcome to call in. Any of the little Flanky Boy fans, you can call in. You can call in and you can talk. All right?
Lives in Ecuador but chills for Butcher Box. That's another obvious one.
Lives in Ecuador, chills for Butcher Box. Do you see a Butcher Box link in my description? Is there a Butcher Box link in our YouTube description?
Know, to be honest.
I don't believe there is.
House. Just
Again, showing how he's jealous. Because I don't shill for Frankie. Everybody needs to shill for me. Everybody has to look at me. Give me the credit, or you're a Freemason. You're a Freemason.
Bank account making money for himself, not providing a service for anyone, and just harassing people. So another reason that he's very
harassing people. Who have I harassed, dude? Name one person I've harassed. Give one piece of evidence I've harassed anybody, dude.
Mason.
Again, what you're doing, of course, is technically harassment. You are actually harassing people. I don't care. You can try and harass me all you want. But what you're trying to do, that's harassment. I just respond to you every once in a while. That's all I do. Have a good laugh every once in a while. And you provide them, dude. You just lay them out on a platter.
Is the people he has on his channel. I think he even talked to Stan Efferding. He got fucking Thomas DeLauer on his channel.
Whoa, he got Thomas DeLauer. Oh, wow. Let me just list all the reasons I'm jealous of Tristan and pretend like those are reasons he's a Freemason. So this is the same video he's made before. This is the same video.
Is he getting Thomas DeLauer on his channel? How the fuck is he getting Dean Ornish on his channel? This guy gets any
Dean Ornish did not come on my channel.
person he wants to talk to on his channel.
And yeah, pretty much every person I want to talk to, within boundaries, I could get on because I like people and people like me. Because I don't talk shit on everybody. Because I'm enjoyable and I like people. It's pretty simple, Frank. People would come on your show too if you quit acting like an insufferable douchebag. If you would just quit acting like you've been acting the last couple years, you wouldn't have all these problems with all these people anyways. But you're full of jealousy, you're full of rage, and you're full of vanity. That's what it is. You're just full of vanity and pride.
He can get any single person he wants to on his channel because they're all members of this Masonic group.
Yeah.
Pretty much anyone who's reasonably successful is going to be a Freemason.
Anyone who has things that I'm jealous of is a Freemason, obviously.
Yeah, Rob Bonner Rob Lyman's. He's had all these people on his podcast that I've reached out to that didn't even respond to me.
Maybe they didn't respond to you because you sent them pictures of your ding dong, dude. Maybe they didn't respond to you because you act like an insufferable spurg. Maybe that's why.
Very obvious Mason. Why else would these people go?
Mason.
Why else would he be able to get these people on his podcast unless they were part of some type of club?
Ooh.
So he's a vegan. Why would he talk to them? They didn't talk to me. They wouldn't go on mine. They wouldn't go on my channel. My channel is just as big as his, and it gets way more views of anything. They're all Freemasons.
They're all Freemasons. So anybody who sees how insufferable you behave is a Freemason. Anybody who doesn't want to associate with you is a Freemason. Why do you want to associate with all these Freemasons, Frank? Why are you so jealous? Why do you want what these... I thought these Freemasons were bad and mean and evil. Why are you so jealous of them?
He's getting these people on his channel. And again, he's refusing to tell the truth about things.
Refusing to tell the truth about
mainstream
things.
stuff, SJWs, a bunch of bullshit. He's not telling the truth about anything. And if you go into his channel,
he's not telling the truth about
stuff, he'll just get
nothing. He tells the truth about nothing.
Don't look this. And then the reason this is so bad is because this is just the tip of the iceberg, and this warning is going to be on my video too. Freemason victim exposes children sacrificed in their satanic ways. These people rape, torture, sexually abuse children. They literally use children to kill and torture other children.
So here's Frank saying that I rape, kill, and abuse and torture and murder other children. So you see what happens here? So you see how these people's audience weaponize them, right? Do you see how dangerous the claims this dude's making are? These are the type of people that go around and they get used to deplatform themselves and others around them. So I mean, that's absolutely ridiculous, dude. That's completely ridiculous. But of course, what do you expect? What do you expect? But the worst, most insane form of slander from this guy. So yeah, that's Frankie Boy for you. That's Frankie Boy.
Very horrible stuff goes on in these secret societies. They kill babies. They literally breed babies to kill them. And
that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing, Frank.
Primal Edge Health has a family, has children. Primal Edge Health is a Freemason, and Freemasons are known to ritualistically abuse children because their secret society has satanic roots. So it's not a good look, to be honest, to be associated with child sacrifice, murdering, pedophilia, and all that type of stuff.
You see what kind of person this is. You see what happens. You see what happens. This dude is off his freaking rocker. This dude is out of his head. And this is what he's accusing me of this. Listen to this. This is ridiculous.
My Twitter account's already censored.
Your Twitter account's already censored.
Frank, about the Masons not saying anything, you can find Reddit forums of people who claim to be former Freemasons or vegan influencers. To ex-vegan, these secret societies are associated with satanic ritualistic child abuse.
So there you go. So that's what Frank says I'm doing. So Frank,
my viewers, because of the quality of his live stream, he wouldn't have waited until I had jaw surgery to start live streaming again. Because he's pathetic. Is he an FTM trans? That's what I was looking at the other day. Because he has a very feminine look to his face. To me, his upper torso looked like a female's.
To me, his upper torso looked like a female's.
Are you a pet?
I could be wrong on this.
What?
But look, I was looking at this the other day. So the reason I thought he might have been FTM was because that's not an Adonis belt. He's like flexing that hard by his hip. That's not an actual Adonis belt. And it looks like Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan's a chick. Dang.
Judging by the head size and the torso and the face, I'm not going to stand by this one because I don't have good pictures of him. But
I'm a chick.
I would not. And if you look at his wife, she looks like a dude. So I would not.
Nice.
I would not be surprised if he was an inverted gender couple. I just don't. I need to see. It would help if I saw pictures of his hands. And these people are very clever about not showing their.
Damn, this is I'm hardcore exposed. Hardcore exposed. So I'm a child sacrificing Freemason who eats babies.
Okay, so if you look at the hands,
and I'm a woman.
Men will have.
But women are not allowed in Freemasonry.
A knuckle finger, that is. The ring finger in male. Look at my hands. The ring finger is usually longer than the pointer finger, and the hands are usually much bigger. And he's putting up like short, stubby female hands.
All right.
People calling Trump a hero and complaining about ballots, even though voting doesn't. No, voting doesn't matter. It's all bullshit. It's all fake nonsense. If anyone talks about
So everyone else,
show, you can watch videos on Matthew.
Everyone else is terrible. Everyone else is so bad. Everyone else is is like transgender, dude. First of all, the transphobia that I've experienced as a trans vegan is awful, right? I'm definitely not transgender, but I appreciate the concern, Frank.